high-level overview. In this illuminating episode, Harvard geneticist and anti-aging expert Dr. David Sinclair returns to the School of Greatness to unpack the biology of aging, what it means to live longer, and whether human immortality might ever be possible. Dr. Sinclair explains why aging is not inevitable, how we can actually reverse aspects of it, and the simple lifestyle interventions that could radically extend our healthy years. This is a conversation that swings between high-level science and practical longevity tips, exploring futuristic medical breakthroughs, ancient biological mechanisms, and deeply personal reflections on health, death, and kindness. This is a summary of How to Stop Aging, Can Humans Become Immortal with Dr. David Sinclair from the School of Greatness podcast, where we break down the key insights, ideas, and takeaways from this content, giving you the gist so you can decide if you want the rest. The full summary is available on perfectsummary.com, and you can listen to the podcast, Perfect Summary, on all major platforms, or watch it on YouTube at Official Perfect Summary. The discussion explores why aging is a reversible process tied to information loss, not just time. The power of intermittent fasting and caloric restriction to extend youthfulness. Whether human immortality is scientifically possible, and what might stand in our way. How emerging therapies might reset cellular age and repair age-related damage. The role of kindness, connection, and mindset in longevity and quality of life. Deep dive into main ideas. Is human immortality possible? Dr. Sinclair addresses the big question. Can we become immortal? His answer is scientifically grounded. No, at least not in the absolute sense. He believes humans will never be truly immortal due to the laws of thermodynamics and entropy, but we may dramatically extend human lifespan through biological breakthroughs. He suggests that within 1,000 years, humans could live for hundreds of years if current trends continue. The brain, he notes, is the most complex structure in the known universe, far more intricate than any wiring or machine. Uploading consciousness into machines, while a popular theory in tech circles, is likely far more difficult than many imagine. Living younger, not just longer. Rather than just focusing on adding years, Dr. Sinclair emphasizes the goal of adding healthy, vibrant years. His lab's research and others in the field show that by turning on the body's protective systems through fasting, exercise, and certain compounds, we can slow biological aging and maintain youthfulness. He describes the ideal future, not as one where people simply live longer, but where they stay young longer. He makes the case for a world where we shift from a slow, disease-ridden death to a life of vitality that ends quickly and peacefully, reducing suffering for individuals and the strain on healthcare systems. The science of eating less. One of the most evidence-based ways to slow aging is intermittent fasting. Dr. Sinclair outlines 3 powerful longevity pathways activated through caloric restriction. TOR senses amino acids and suppresses cell growth when turned off. AMPK senses energy levels. Sirtuins repair proteins that protect against disease. He explains how short-term fasting, even skipping breakfast or doing one meal a day, can activate these pathways. Going further, a 3-day fast may trigger chaperone-mediated autophagy, a deeper level of cellular cleaning that removes toxic proteins from the body, linked to disease prevention and potentially age reversal. Resetting cellular age. One of the most exciting developments in Dr. Sinclair's research is the discovery that we may be able to reset the biological age of cells. In his lab, old mice had their vision restored through a gene therapy that reprogrammed eye cells to behave like young ones again. He believes this approach could one day be applied to humans, not just to reverse blindness, but to reset age in various tissues. The process works by identifying a backup copy of youthful information stored in cells and reactivating it. Though still in early stages, this suggests we may eventually be able to reboot our biological systems and age backwards, at least at the cellular level. Aging, inflammation, and the immune system. Dr. Sinclair points out that aging is the #1 risk factor for most diseases, including how we respond to viruses like COVID-19. As we age, our immune systems become less responsive, our cells accumulate damage, and chronic inflammation increases. This inflammaging leaves us more vulnerable to illness and poor recovery. NAD, a molecule critical to energy and cellular repair, declines with age. Restoring NAD levels currently being tested in clinical trials may support immune function, prevent overreactions like cytokine storms, and help defend against infections. High-starch food, fruit, and fads. In a controversial section, Dr. Sinclair echoes the views of researchers like Dr. Rhonda Patrick and Dr. Stephen Gundry that some healthy fruits like grapes or genetically enhanced apples may spike blood sugar and accelerate aging. He doesn't villainize fruit, but emphasizes balance and moderation. His preferred options are fruits rich in polyphenols and antioxidants like blueberries, cantaloupe, and blackberries. He also supports the Mediterranean diet, including olive oil, which has been shown to activate anti-aging pathways similar to those triggered by fasting. Human versus artificial intelligence. Dr. Sinclair discusses the rise of AI and whether machines could ever match human thought. He believes it's possible in the distant future, especially through efforts to model the brain using analog structures rather than just digital ones. Still, the level of complexity in our neurons remains staggering. Our consciousness is far from being replicated. He also touches on the philosophical side. Humans have a destructive history, and it's possible that advanced civilizations, alien or otherwise, self-destruct before ever reaching peaceful coexistence. Conclusion. This conversation with Dr. David Sinclair challenges the way we think about aging, not as a fixed destiny, but as a process that can be manipulated, slowed, and possibly reversed. Through biological reprogramming, fasting, exercise, and thoughtful living, we have the power to not only extend life, but to enhance its quality. Ultimately, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better. The future of aging is about resilience, clarity, purpose, and kindness. As science races forward, the real measure of our progress will be how we apply it, with humility, compassion, and care for one another. Thanks for joining us today. This has been a summary of How to Stop Aging, Can Humans Become Immortal? With Dr. David Sinclair from the School of Greatness podcast. Check the links in the description to get access to more summaries. This summary came from perfectsummary.com, your go-to for podcast recaps, book breakdowns, and video summaries that give you the gist so you can decide if you want the rest. You can listen to the Perfect Summary podcast on all major platforms or watch our content on YouTube at Official Perfect Summary.